Retirement isn't a finish line, why your plan needs to evolve. Episode 11, Retirement Solutions for All Ages. I'm your host, Ruth, the retirement mortgage expert at Nexa Mortgage. We've spent a lot of time in this series talking about the importance of starting early, whether it's through compounding interest in a 401k or using your first home to build wealth. But today, I want to talk to those of you who are already there. You've been retired for 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. You did the math, you planned, and you retired. You might think the financial marathon is over, but what if it's just the start of a new line, not the finish line? Today, we're tackling a crucial, often overlooked topic. Just because you retired 20 years ago doesn't mean retirement planning is over. In fact, it's more important than ever. We'll talk about the unexpected twists and turns life throws at you, from living longer than you thought to unforeseen healthcare costs. And looking back at my own journey, I'll share some advice I would give to my younger self. Let's get started. The retirement you envisioned 20 years ago might look very different from the reality you're living today. Let's face it, life expectancy has increased. The average age of death is around 76 years old for men and 81 for women. But if you live to age 65, your life expectancy increases to 83 for men and 85 for women. This is wonderful, but it also means your retirement nest egg needs to last a lot longer than you initially planned. Did you not save enough and have already lived longer than expected? This is a very real concern for many. And with longer life expectancy comes a higher probability of facing major life changes that you didn't account for. We're seeing a rise in what's called gray divorce, couples splitting up after decades of marriage. This can have a devastating financial consequence, especially if a retirement plan was built for two people, not one. Suddenly, you have to split assets and reevaluate your entire financial picture. Another reality is the need for in home care. As we age, most of us will eventually need some form of assistance. And while Medicare is a lifesaver, it does not cover long term care or ongoing daily help, such as in home care services. The cost of a part time caregiver or nurse can quickly drain a lifetime of savings. This is a major expense that many retirees didn't have on their radar when they first retired. Now, let me get a little personal. If I could go back and give advice to my younger self, it would be this: don't be afraid to spend. I retired when I was 50, but I unretired at age 55 to become a mortgage broker. Not the money, not for the money, but to keep my brain active. My husband and I are just past 60 years old, and he just retired for good. Because he was a pilot, we've always traveled a lot. I remember back in 2010, I went paragliding in Switzerland. It was amazing, but I wished I had done it a few years earlier. I didn't know that I could wear my glasses while flying above the mountains, and as a result, everything was blurry. On our recent trip to Italy, I regretted not buying at least business class tickets. As you get older, comfort becomes a bigger issue. So while I still struggle with what to save versus what to spend, I know that the next few years need to be a celebration filled with memories before old age or tragedy disrupts our future. For most people, after retirement, it's difficult to break the accumulation mindset and accept the spending mindset. Don't hold back always thinking, we'll do it next year. For some people, their spouse doesn't even make it to retirement. And the dreams of traveling the world together or just growing old sitting in a rocking chair on the porch are never realized. Don't let health be an issue preventing you from traveling like you had planned. That window of opportunity, when you have both time and the physical ability, might narrow quickly. The paradox is this: you save all your working days for your next stage of life, but then you're too old and afraid to enjoy them. This is a common and heartbreaking issue. But I do have a heartwarming story. Let's call her Gertrude. She was struggling to pay for medication, food, and daily expenses. She was like many older homeowners, house rich and cash poor. Her children were tapped out and unable to help her financially. She took out a reverse mortgage and received a lump sum distribution plus monthly payments to supplement her Social Security income. She used the lump sum to thank her children by taking them and the grandchildren on a long past due vacation. Only a few months later, Gertrude passed away. I thought about the money she'd spent on closing costs and the 2% mortgage insurance fee. But Gertrude's daughter said she'd never seen her mom so happy. The family has a lifetime of memories, and Gertrude had given all her children some much needed money too. Everyone was stress free for those remaining months of Gertrude's life. The home was sold, and all the remaining equity was distributed to the family. So, what do you do if you've been retired for 20 years and are now facing these new realities? Longevity risk, unexpected costs, or the need for liquidity? Because when you need money, that's when you can't get it. The answer, as you might guess from my expertise, is often right under your roof, your home equity. We've talked about how a home can be a wealth building tool and how the affluent use their home equity to their advantage. This doesn't stop once you're retired. If you have significant equity in your home, it can be a powerful source of funds. A reverse mortgage, for instance, allows you to tap into the equity you've built without having to sell or move. The funds you receive can be used for anything you choose, from covering in-home care services to medical bills or even funding those long-delayed travel plans. It can provide a financial buffer and give you peace of mind. And for those who are house rich and cash poor, leveraging your equity can provide the liquidity you need for unexpected crises, as we learned from the tale of two brothers in my episode on financial literacy. This isn't about running out of money. It's about recognizing that your financial landscape has changed and adapting your strategy to meet the new challenges. Your home is a living asset, and it can continue to work for you long after you've retired. So, if you're a seasoned retiree, I urge you to take another look at your plan. Reevaluate your goals and your needs. Are you living the life you always dreamed of? Are you prepared for the unexpected? Don't let outdated mindset about debt and home equity hold you back. True financial security isn't just about paying off debt, it's about smart, strategic wealth building and leveraging your assets to give you more freedom. Whether you want to create a new income stream for travel, cover the costs of in home care, or simply ensure your financial plan can withstand the test of time, let's talk. My experience has shown me the power of forward thinking and adapting to family needs. As a retirement mortgage expert at Nexa Mortgage, I am here to help you explore solutions that can make your retirement truly golden. You can reach me directly by phone at 828-888-LOAN, or you can email me at ruth@nexamortgage.com. Thank you for joining me on Retirement Solutions for All Ages. If this episode had resonated with you, please share it with a friend who might need a new perspective on their retirement plan. Leave us a review and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future insights. Until next time, I'm Ruth, the retirement mortgage expert, reminding you it's never too late to reevaluate and reclaim your retirement.